Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. We're back on this afternoon, sunny afternoon, I guess. It's sunny here. Hadn't been sunny. It's been raining and storming and windy and everything. Cold and warm. It's been like a Katy Perry song. It's been hot and you're cold and yes and you know and in you're out and you're up and you're down. And I'll tell you what, man. Come on. Weather there, man. But anyway, we're back playing farm. That's my best boomhauer. We're back playing Farm Sim. We're here at the farm, at the house. So, where do I start? We had the patch update overnight last night. They released it, and it updated this morning. It broke a lot of people's maps. I was still able to get into mine just because we don't have a ton of mods activated. But it did the thing with the shaders again. So I had to tab through all the vehicles. I had to run around the entire map, and there's still some places that I haven't gone, so it might be a little framey or laggy there. But yeah, every time there's a patch update, it does that now, it seems. So it does something with the shaders. I guess maybe it deletes them or resets them or something. So if you're able to get into your game, run around the map, tab through the vehicles, just load, it takes a while to load all the shaders back in, especially on larger maps like this. So now some people, like old man just told me, said that they can't get past 50% on their games. There are some things you can do, and there could be some mod conflicts. I posted a long spiel about this in the Puma Plow Discord. There's some mods that are mod conflicts with that, and I can't remember what all they are. I want to say the enhanced load mod was one of them, and there were a few others. But there's also something else to do. There is a log file, and I kind of want to go and look for that, because I think old man's going to try that. He's having the same issue, so let's see. That's the map there. You guys can look at the map for a second. I'm going to see if I can find that. Pretty sure it's in the main folder. Yeah. So it looks like it is in the main folder. So where all your save games are, where your mods folder is, it's in that. It's in the Farming Simulator 22 folder. Scroll down to the bottom and there's just one text document file that says log. And I think you just delete that file. I think you can delete that file. I don't think you actually have to go into it. Let me see here. Of course, I'm in the game. But I think you can just delete that file. Make sure your game is not open when you delete that file. And then restart your game. And then it should create a new log. Because that seems to be the issue that seems to be like the fix, I guess, for some people, and that seems to be working. So hopefully old man can get that done, figure that out. It's always a thing when there's a patch, but the patch gets us platinum ready. So we are platinum DLC ready. Now, is the platinum DLC downloaded? Was that included in the patch? I don't know, but we're platinum ready, so whatever that means. We should be ready for when that comes along. And you can see it's kind of framey here at the homestead. I haven't really ran around the entire homestead, but I probably should have, huh? Let me turn fast run on here. I'm just gonna run around, jump around. Woohoo! We gotta get on animals. We haven't done animals yet. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Oh my gosh, that's framey. It's always a little laggy. Of course, we got so much going on here. Okay, so, hey, let's see. Hello there. How are you? How you doing? Doing good. How are you doing, Mr. Turtle? How's it going? The man, good evening. The lightning, Twitchy, everybody, good evening. Welcome in. Everybody watching, welcome in. So, there's another reason why we're here at the house. I talked about this Sunday or Saturday, last Saturday. We're in the last week of October, And that can only mean one thing. Halloween. So, I have got to find this stuff. I have not even looked for it yet, but there were 2 mods that released yesterday and today. I'm going to kind of zoom in here. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm going to assume it's under decoration. And maybe others. So we have our Christmas tree. I should have already put those up. We have a lot of stuff. And then here we go. So there's a few. This is actually the one that came out today. And I don't know if this originally came from OK Use Mods. I know somebody was working on this. I want to say it was OK Use Mods that did this. But these are the pumpkins from 19. These are the ones that we had, if you remember Eric, Oklahoma. These are the ones that we had in front of the house then. And then there's these new ones too. Now these are really cool because you have, what do you call that? The brands on them, I guess? Yeah. So that one actually looks, that's just a plain pumpkin. Ooh, that's a big pumpkin. Can I zoom in and look at it? I guess I just got to place it, huh? Well, I'm going to put, I probably should have mowed or something over here. Can I put it on the porch? Wonder if I can do, what's that key? What's that key? Is it V? Yeah, toggle free mode. Wonder if I can do that. Then maybe put it, oh yeah, I can put it up there, cool. It kind of phases through the thing and gotta be careful. I'm gonna put this one up by the door. I wish I could zoom in more. Can I angle my, oh, I can angle my camera. Okay, hang on. We can get a little closer now. Oh, you know what? I could put it on the roof. Pumpkin on the roof. Pumpkin on the roof. I wonder if can I put it in the chair? Just put the plain pumpkin in the chair. I don't know, it kind of flies over it, doesn't it? We'll put this one right up here by the door. Maybe right. Right there. Looks good. Let's go look at that before we do anything else. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Got us a little plain pumpkin there. Wait a minute. Can I move it? Dude, I can just place these out in the yard and bring them up here and set them on the porch. Oh, it's a game changer now. Let's see. Hang on. I want to put it in the chair. I still want to put it in the chair. It's kind of big to go in the chair, though. If I drop this. Okay. Boom. Okay. Ooh, I can put one in the flower pot down there, or the bucket. Okay. I wonder if I can move the other ones. This is good. This is good. Oh, I gotta go all the way back in here again. Well, that's not too bad. Alright, I want one of these. So, I'm just gonna put these in the yard down here, kind of in front of me. So, I want, let's see. I'll just do a Case IH, because we're kind of Case IH-y now. I'm gonna put one there. You know we gotta have a John Deere one. What other brand do we have? Is there a New Holland one? Yay, there is a New Holland one. Cool. I'm going to put a New Holland one down here. What other brand? There's a Lizard there. Looks like maybe a Kubota. Yeah. JCB. All kinds of brands. Then there's like regular jack-o'-lanterns. I'll put one of them down there. I thought there was another one. Agco. You can do IH or Case IH. Kloss. All kinds. I mean, just probably every brand I would assume. There's a Mac. Valtra. We don't do too much Valtra. What is that one? Zator. There's also a Scarecrow. I like the... Oh, man, that's a big Scarecrow, too. I wonder if I can move that. I wonder if that's an object that I can move. I bet I can. Hey Arbitrary, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm going to put it down and see if I can move it. If not, I can get rid of it. Okay, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. So let me go look at these. Alright, yeah, so I don't need that anymore. I'll get rid of that. Can I move the pumpkin? I can't. Okay, maybe I can't move the Scarecrow. But the pumpkins I can move. So let's Let's put, okay, I want the regular jack-o'-lantern. And can I turn, I wonder if I turn that on, can I pick it up at a, yeah, I can pick it up at a further distance so I can kind of see where do I want to put this. I kind of would like this by the front door. You know, just the regular jack-o'-lantern, I guess. Ooh. Is that flat? Does that look flat? Looks good to me. It's not really flat, is it? Maybe move it away from the wall a little bit. There we go. Seems like it's rolling around, though. I guess pumpkins do that. Let's see. So we have... I'm going to put the case... Where am I going to put these? I really don't want to put them on the roof. Be cool if they would sit on the fence up there on the rail, but I don't think they will. You know what? I can just line them up over here. So let me get... I'm going to do the case one first. That way we can see these every time we come out. I could just line them up right over here, too. No, I think I'm going to put them over here. These seem to be out of the way. Okay. Alright, we'll put that one there. Then we'll do the deer one. Oh. That ain't gonna work. Put it on the ground. You know what? I could probably space these out a little. Oh gosh, I hit the case one. Okay. Nope, I think that's on the rail. Whoop. You know what? Let me turn my running speed down. I think that's part of the problem. I'm moving too quick. Okay, there's that one. And then the New Holland one. I bet these light up at night. Hope they do. Oh, they're rolling. Okay. Case, John Deere, New Holland. There's a ton of other brands. These are the 3 brands that we really run. We do have a little Kloss, but not a whole lot. I mean, this map is really Case, Deere, and New Holland. Those are seem to be the American brands. And then we got our regular jack-o'-lantern there. And then we have you can do just a pumpkin, which I may put this over here too. Oh no. Why is it not? There we go. Alright, now I just want to slide it back. Okay, stop bubbling. I just want to slide it back. Okay. Alright, that looks good to me. A regular pumpkin and a jack-o'-lantern. That looks perfect. So, alright. So we have that now. I gotta get rid of the scarecrow. We gotta put it somewhere. Because I can't move this one with... Can I? No. Nope. So I gotta sell that back. I hope that wasn't too expensive. $10. Nah, that's not bad. I'll sell that, yes. So I think I'm gonna put that one somewhere. But where? Maybe at the front gate? Rotate him around. I think it's darker over here. It'd probably look better. Do I have to do that thing again? I think I hit V and it may have turned it off. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna actually turn it and kind of line it up with that sign there. Of course, you don't want him too close to it because there's a light that shines on it. So I'm going to put it right there, or maybe down here. No, right there, because I still got to get through with equipment. We'll try there and then we can move it. It's only $10. Okay. Alright. Let's go look at that. Yeah, we're decorating for Halloween. It's getting close, so we figure we got to get our decorations out. You know what? Some other pumpkins would look good over here. I might get some from that other pack and put over there. So this is the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern scarecrow thing. Let's go find some of the other ones. I'm gonna farm tonight, guys. I promise. There will be some stuff to do. You're probably not gonna like it, to be honest. It's just mainly plowing. Okay, I'm gonna put. We've got 5 different pumpkins. I'm gonna get one of those. Hey, at least I can see the face this time. In 19, I couldn't see the face. I'm gonna get one of these, like, right. I'm gonna put it right there. Did that change the landscaping of the ground, really? That's what it looked like. I'm gonna get a tall one to go beside it. That looks good, right, or maybe. You know what? Is that snapping thing on? Nope, it's not on, so this shouldn't be affecting that. So I'm gonna put it right there. And then maybe a short one. Just put it right there. It kind of gets rid of the grass, so that's good when you place it down. Let's see. Let me catch up on chat. Hello, Boone. How's it going? Hang on, guys. Somebody from work's texting me with a question. Alright, let's see. I think that's it. I think that's all I really want to do right now. There's a coffin that you can put out. That's kind of, I don't know, I guess I could put that behind it maybe. It's a little weird. And there's a ghost you can put out there. Now the ghost, this has changed. This is different. This used to be smaller and floating more, and there wasn't a base. This has a base now. I'll just go ahead and put the ghost in there. Alright. So it did change. These do change. These are not, you can't move these. These are like fixed in place things, and they do change the landscaping, so beware of that. These other ones from the pack from yesterday or Monday, you can move these around. These are not like fixed in place. So I probably like these better just for that fact. Now the scarecrow is the one exception. You can't move it around. So yeah, unfortunately with the update, a lot of people are having trouble with third-party mods. So. Oh, did we get snapping with the update? See, I have a mod that does grid snapping, so I can't tell. Hang on again. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all the decorating that I really want to do. We have the ghost. We have the coffin, which is kind of, and then we have our pumpkins there, and the pumpkins down there, and then this. Okay. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get to see those at night. Maybe this weekend. I'm sure we'll go through the night this weekend because we got a lot of stuff to do. So happy Halloween. Old man had some issues, with that update. A lot of people, it's breaking their computer. So he's having problems. I know he plays other maps like in single player with some other mods. So I don't know if he has any third party mods that I don't have. But yeah, he's having problems. There's a trick. I know a lot of people are doing the log file. They're deleting the log file, restarting the game. But I don't know. Hopefully he can sort that out. If not, maybe we can get it sorted out maybe by this weekend. But yeah, third-party mods. There's a lot of third-party mods that are breaking people's games. That's why I don't use a ton of third-party mods. Most of the mods that we have either come from the PC Mod Hub or from sources that we trust. So don't have a ton of third-party mods. I don't use a lot of the and I'll tell you, a lot of them are the gameplay mods. So I don't know if anybody's having any issues with Courseplay or Auto Drive or one of them was the enhanced fill type thing or something like that. I'm trying to remember the names of the other ones. I can't really remember the names of the other ones. I put 2 or 3 of them in that post in the Puma Plow Discord. So yeah, a lot of people are having trouble. All right, so let's get busy. You're trying to troubleshoot him being able to load into his game after the update that happened today. Okay, yeah. If you guys can help him out. Like I said, the only things that I've seen so far have been that log file, getting rid of that, and I guess getting rid of those third-party mods until they release updates for them. Alright, so this is the grass field. This is the one that we mowed. I got it mowed, got it baled, got all the bales out of it. So now I am plowing it up, technically cultivating it up, but you can see this is what I've done. I'm going to actually... That is not the right button. That button. There we go. I'm going to turn my running back on. So, got a lot of cultivating to do, creating this field. It's now April 2nd. We got a lot of planting to do. Still got to do that. We can technically do that in May. We do have that extra little period that we can plant. So, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm trying to get this done so I can get the grass seeded before we change to another month. So here's where we put our buildings and stuff like that. Stevie put these power poles out here that go out into this field, and I'm guessing, a lot of times when you see this, there's either in a field there's like a water pump out here or a well or something. That's why these poles are run out to these areas, or there was a house out here, and I don't know. It doesn't look flat enough for a house, so it could just be that the power poles are run out here for a pump or something to irrigate the field, or used to be, or something. I don't know. It was a meadow, so I don't know. There could have been a little homestead hut house or something out here at one time, and then the ground just eroded away. I don't know, but there's power poles out here. We can't get rid of them. They are collidable, so I kind of don't want to go in between them, even though I did this time because I was mowing manually. So the seeded field where the workers will be, of course, we'll do in-rows. Keep that in mind. We'll mow maybe 1 or 2 in-rows on these, so we'll get a little extra room for the workers to turn around. But yeah, we kind of want to automate this field to where we can just hire the mower out, hire a rake out if we hire one out. Basically, all we want to be able to do is go and bale it, and then pick up the bales. That's it. So that's kind of the plan right now. So I'm gonna get to cultivating and get this field done. We're doing okay. thought this was running. Did it just shut it? Did I just shut it off? I may have just shut it off. I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, let's see. We're going to put this on north and south. We'll turn our line on so we can see. We're going to auto width it. And then I got to go and turn this off because it always does that. And we will move this over and lock it in and go. Okay. So welcome to the rest of the stream. This is literally what we got to do. So we really can't fast time. We can't afford to fast time. Oh boy. They're having problems with the machine at work. Trying to troubleshoot with them right now. It's one of our portable x-ray machines. And the girl that's having issues, she's our new tech. She graduated this year and she doesn't have a ton of experience with them, so. Dr. Pepper. I know, it's not orange soda. Wow. I got a large Dr. Pepper on the way home. So. Yeah, if old man is watching, I bet it's his log file. I don't know if he tried that yet or not, but that was a fix that I saw on a lot of posts. So, unless he has some type of other third-party mod, it sounds like the third-party mods, the ones that, you know, sounds like they're the ones that are really breaking the game. And it's mod conflict is what it is. It's the code for the patch update has changed. And there will be a lot of mods in the mod hub that actually don't work. But, you know, people will probably update those mods so that they will work with the patch. So, seems to happen a lot when they do that now. Yeah, I have the Lumberjack mod. That one is actually, I think that one's okay. If you have the Super Strength mod, and I know Lumberjack has Super Strength in it, but I'm talking about the dedicated Super Strength mod. I think that was one of them that had an issue. Looks like I missed a blip there. Still trying to help her. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. Everybody asks me that, you know, family members or, you know, sometimes the patients, they'll say, does that have a motor in it? And the answer is yes. Our portable x-ray machine, most of them now do have motors in them. They have electric motors in them, and they have computers in them. They have the electric motor in them, and it's so that you can move the machine, because now these machines, you're literally carrying around like a CPU and a huge monitor, and the weight of the x-ray tube and the machine itself it's very, very heavy. So you have to have some type of electric motor assist to move the machine. How much silage I'm making per day? I don't know if there's a way I can tell you that. Well, I can maybe tell you how much I'm doing per month. These fermenting silos that we have do 60,000 per month, and I'm going to say maybe it's 60,000 each for each one. So 60,000, 60,000, and 60,000. I don't know. Normally there's a number down here with the recipe, but there's not a number on the recipe down there. Yeah, it's 60,000 cycles, if that helps you. Like I said, normally there's, if you go down to something else, like the actual biogas thing, see there's numbers down here. So these have numbers. Even the hay thing has numbers. So you put in 16,000 grass, it gives you 16,000 hay. This does 1,200 cycles per month. So I'm going to say 60,000. Is that, maybe that's, it says cycles, so I don't know how many liters that is. It does pretty good. I'll say that much. Oop, that was already down. It does really well. I mean, it's if you fast time and let it go for a day, I mean, one silo will probably have, oh, I don't know, a lot. It won't make 100. I know it doesn't make like 100,000 liters per day. But it'll get, I think, I want to say it's like 70 or 80,000 maybe per day. 79 million liters of silage a month? Do you really need that much silage? That's a lot, man. Sounds like you getting some illegal silage from somewhere. Like you getting it brought across the border or something. I don't know. That's a lot of silage. Sounds like you got some dirty silage going on the side. Get an idea. I would assume it can handle it, since it's just something that's numbers. It's not actually something physically in the game. Like, it's something that you can fill a little bit at a time. Take, for example, the grass bales that we had. There's no way we could keep as many grass bales as we got off of this field. There's no way we could keep all of those on the map at one time. So what we do is we take those bales and we shred them up in the silo, I guess you could say. We just dump them in the silo and turn them into loose grass. And that static number maybe, or just a number, the liters of the bale goes all into one thing. So it's not actually physically on the map. Now, I would say if you put a bunch of bunkers out here and filled them all with chaff and covered them up, and then you had maybe 79 million liters of silage that away, then I would say no, that probably won't work, because I don't think the map could take it. I know the map can't take 4,000 bales at a time, because I did that and I broke the game. I had to restore this map from a backup after leaving 4,000 bales. It was actually that field across the interstate way over there that you can't see, that's across the hill there. Yeah. So, not physically on the map, but as far as like having it in a silo, I don't think it's... I don't think it would be a problem, because it's just a number. And then you haul, if you haul a little bit of the stuff at a time and don't dump it on the ground, a bunch or anything, then you should be all right. It's something to do with it physically being on the map that tends to break them. No, it's a better yield than like grass, but corn is where it's at. Corn is where your yield is for making the chaff. Now, these silos that we have take all three. So you have chaff silage, which is you can get that from corn, or you can get that from the crops. You have hay silage and grass silage. Now, grass silage, that's just dumping grass straight in there. The loose grass, because it doesn't take bales. So we dump the loose, just the grass, into the silo for that. We have a hay dryer that we dump our grass in. So we take the dried grass, which is hay, out of that, and then we can dump that straight into the silo. So it has to go through that process, and then we take it to the fermenting silo and dump it in there. And then, like I said, the chaff silage is from corn. Corn is where it's at. It's the highest yielding crop for chaff. You can do barley and wheat and all the other crops, but you're going to get a much lower yield. If you really want the yield, you need to do corn. And I found a graph. Not a graph, a chart, like a table, that showed the difference in the yields. Mr. Turtle, are you on Puma Plow's Discord? I'd have to go back maybe a couple months, because it's probably been a couple months since I had it, so it's in my photos somewhere. I could put it in Discord if you have access to that, so you could see the difference in the yields. I could maybe find it real quick. I mean, I'm looking at this field. I have time. Oh, you're not on it? Okay, never mind. I won't even look for it then. But there is a table out there, and you can see the difference between corn chaff, barley chaff, wheat chaff, canola chaff, etc., etc., etc. And you definitely want to do corn. You don't even want to waste your time on the other ones. I know there's a header that does all those crops, and if you want to do it, more power to you. But if you don't want to waste time or money, and you want the higher yield of chaff, because chaff is chaff. You know, it doesn't matter what crop you do; it's going to go in your trailer as chaff. Corn's where it's at. That's where the yield's at. Yeah, the table that I found, it was white, and it basically was just those things. You know what? I'm going to try to find that. I'm going to see if I can find it. I want to tell you the numbers. It might take me a second. Like I said, that was... I'm going to go back to... Gosh. That might have been in August. See, the problem is I save a lot of memes on my phone and then I share them. That was probably in August. Because we were trying to decide, you know, what was the best one. I'm going to look through August here. I also save a lot of recipes in here for stuff that I never cook. So, usually it's because I'm hungry and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to try that. And I never do. I'm looking. Is that it? Nope, that's a recipe. I'm looking. I would say it was in August sometime. I guess it could have been early September. Because I think we downloaded the map. I'm trying to pay attention to my tractor. I'm looking. I got a lot of pictures of pizza. Yeah, that ain't it. Okay, I'm in July now, so let me look through July. Because it could have been July. Okay, there's the bale thing. You know what? I hope I saved it. So yeah, just an example of some of the memes that I put in here. Crazy fact number 274. Eating 3 pizzas a day is more healthy for you than being dead. Fact. That's the kind of stuff that I save. Alright, I'm going to have to turn my tractor in. Oh, okay, let me stop right there. Raise the cultivator. Turn the cultivator. Lock on the GPS. Lower the cultivator and I should be good to go from there. Alright, continue searching. I'm pretty sure I saved that in here. Okay, that's July 3rd. So let me go back to September then. It might have been white and green, but I think it was mostly white. And I may have passed over it here. Let me go through August here again real quick. Just to make sure I didn't miss it. I'm just going to kind of skim through here. It had the numbers. I could probably Google it faster than I could find the screenshot, if I actually saved the screenshot. I'm pretty sure I did, though. There's the queen. She died. God save the king. Ooh, crock-pot chicken and dumplings. Boy, that still looks good. Is this it? Okay, I found it. Here, maybe this is it. It was around this. So, hang on. Yeah, here you go. Alright, I found it. It's actually... I don't know how to describe the color. But here are the numbers. For wheat, this is in liters per hectare. Okay, you ready for this? Chaff. This is what you get out of chaff after out of the crops. So for wheat, if you chaff wheat, you get 41,600 liters per hectare. If you do barley, you get 44,900. So those are some big numbers. Canola and soybeans, you get less. For canola, you get 17,400 per liters per hectare. Soybeans, you get 14,300 per liters per hectare. Grass, you get 49,000. So you actually get more with grass than you do with wheat or barley. So you get 49,000 liters per hectare with grass of chaff. Now, I'm kind of skeptical of that because you can't really chaff grass. Well, I guess you can. You take the grass and put it in the bunker or a fermenting silo, so you would get that output out of it. Because you can dump chaff or grass into your bunkers. So yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. You wouldn't think it would though. You'd think, that it would be higher on those. So 49,000 liters on grass. And then like wheat again is like 41,000, barley's 44,000, canola's 17,000, soybeans is 14,000. You ready for corn? Corn chaff, you get 75,000 liters per hectare with corn. 75,000 liters per hectare. It's a big difference from 41,000, 44,000, 17, 14, 49 even. 75,000 liters per hectare. So, again, if you're strictly making chaff, don't even bother with the other crops. Do corn. That's why you see most farmers, when they're doing chaff, they're doing corn chaff because it's a much, much higher yield. It's the plant's bigger. The corn stalk is bigger. I mean, those corn stalks, 7-8 foot tall, taller, some of them, in some places. So you're getting more material to make chaff with corn. Plus the corn stalks, and all that too. Dr. Pepper. It's whatever. Let me see what this is. It doesn't say. It just says chaff given by liters per hectare. It doesn't. I'm assuming that's one harvest. So I would say I don't. It could be over the total year because usually with grass you get 3 cuttings. So I don't know if that's per cutting or per year. It doesn't say at the bottom of the graph. But yeah, that's just an example of how much more chaff you get out of corn than all the other crops. So, but yeah, grass is higher. It goes corn is the highest for making chaff. Grass would be the next one. Then wheat, then barley, then canola, then soybeans. And now you can do cut sugar beets. We haven't gotten into that yet, so I can't really tell you anything about that. But apparently you can do cut sugar beets at the biogas plant. So I don't know. I don't think there's much of a yield there. Because if you look at the recipe, hang on, we'll show you the recipe. This is on the industrial BGA, so it's not the in-game BGA. If you go down here to the all the purple down here. So there's this that's silage going into the BGA. So you get over 2,000. We're just gonna call those liters. You get over 2,000 liters of electricity, 30 liters of methane, 636 of digestate. Slurry's a lot lower, no methane, but you can see how much electricity and how much digestate we get. Manure, no methane, it's about the same. Cut sugar beets, you do get a little bit of methane, and then the numbers drop on digestate, but it goes up on, actually it goes down on power, so that's cut sugar beets. And then the just sugar beets is, yeah, it's the same, no change. Although production costs for cut sugar beets is a lot more, so you have to pay more. 151 versus 60. Now keep in mind this is the industrial BGA. So, and then straw, get a little bit there. The two things we're kind of confused about is this: silage and slurry. I guess maybe if you put them both in the BGA at the same time, like they're both in there at the same time, maybe you'll get this out of it, which you get a lot more electricity, a lot more digestate, a lot more methane. So we have silage. I guess if we get into animals, we could do some slurry and maybe find out, because of course you're not going to have a ton of slurry, you know. You don't get a ton of slurry unless you have like a mod where you have like a lot of cows or something. Yeah. So you don't get a lot out of cut sugar beets. Your big thing is doing the corn for chaff, doing grass, I guess, if you want to do. It depends on what your mod or what your fermenting silo will take. If you're doing traditional BGA operations where you put it in the bunker, do the corn chaff, do grass, all of that's fine. The corn chaff will do it though, because basically you just want to put something of a high yield in your bunker and then cover it with a blanket and let it ferment, if you're doing it that way. Now you can do wrapped bales. You know, you can wrap your grass bales and then they'll turn to silage eventually. Or you can do like we're doing. We're using the fermenting silos. They work great. They do cost money to operate, but we can put all three products in there and they make us a lot of silage. We get, with the industrial BGA that we have, we get about $40,000 per hour just from the silage that's coming from all of those silos down there. You can kind of see them off in the distance. We're going to build more of them so we can make even, you know, more silage at a time. So I need to get a little straighter on my passes because I'm leaving like little bits. So I need to probably go out a little further and get a little straighter here. You're just looking to create a large amount of electricity. Yep, the way we're doing it, I think is the best way to go. Because we're making way more silage than you could dream of making in bunkers. And you know, remember, bunkers is more of like a physical thing on the map. It's kind of like having bales on the map, so can't have too much of it or you'll break your game. And you don't want to break your game. Having the silos over there running, you know, I think they're okay. Because it's like a silo, right? It breaks it down. It's basically a fill type. And then you can just haul it out of there. So who's going trick-or-treating? or dressing up, I guess. I'm sure some of y'all probably have like Halloween parties and stuff. Is anybody dressing up for Halloween? If so, what are you going as? I thought about, being a Ghostbuster because I found this proton pack online, and it's like a really well made replica. Like, it's like to the T. But the proton pack is super expensive. It's like, I want to say it's like maybe $4,000 to $6,000. But it's like, it's like made real. So it's like you could screen use this thing, and it's made pretty much just like the one in the movie. It's not made out of rubber. It's not made out of styrofoam or, plastic or anything. It's made out of the actual materials that they used in the first and second films, and probably the third film. It's made out of metal. It's got all the lights. The wand has all the animation and lights. I bet it does the sounds too. So, but yeah, what do you guys? If you guys are dressing up, what are y'all going as? I would want a costume that would be the least amount of effort. Which, being a Ghostbuster it's not too bad. I mean, you put on the overalls, and then you put the backpack on, right? That's it. I did one costume one year. I stole it from The Office. I was a 3-hole punch Matt. So basically, I just took 3 large black dots out of black construction paper, cut them in a circle, and then taped them to my my shirt on one side. So I was 3-hole punch Matt. I know, probably the lamest costume, but hey, it was the easiest thing, and I could wear whatever I wanted, and it worked. Now as a kid, as a kid you dress up more, and I can remember doing makeup for, I was the Terminator one year. I had actually like the little there's a little hand claw thing that looked like the Terminator's hand, like the skeleton hand that looked like the Terminator. So I wore a long sleeve I think I wore a jacket and pulled my arm up in it, and then you could control it with your hand inside your jacket, and it looked like you had a Terminator hand. And then I did the makeup, with the metal and the stuff like that. So I was the Terminator from like Judgment Day, from Terminator 2. So and I think I actually did go as a Ghostbuster one year. I had the little blue plastic real Ghostbusters, from the cartoon. I had the trap. I strapped that to my belt. I had the proton pack. It came with an armband that was the Ghostbuster, logo that strapped to your arm. I went as Egon, I think, because I had the glasses too. I never did get the goggles. I always wanted the goggles. That would have completed the ensemble. You're going as a DoorDash driver. You know what would be really funny? Dress up as like a UPS guy or a FedEx guy and take a box. Of course, I guess you'd have to be older. I mean, if you're a kid, obviously you're not a delivery guy. But if you're an adult, dress up as a FedEx guy or a UPS guy, carry an empty box up to the house and just drop it and leave it there. And then, they have to open an empty box. That would be mean, but that'd be pretty funny. You could get like a whole truckload full of empty boxes and just tape them up, Take some old Amazon boxes or something. Carry around a little thing where you scan the barcode. Beep beep. and then go back to your truck, and, or whatever. Just keep walking down the street. Yeah, I went as an alien one year. I had a glow-in-the-dark alien hand and alien mask. I think I went as Frankenstein one year. Had a mask. A lot of masks we had. We had the rubber mask that you could put on. Drop about 50 boxes off some random person's house. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be awesome. If it wasn't too expensive, I'd be a pizza delivery guy, but I can guarantee you the pizzas would probably never make it. I could deliver the empty pizza box, but I couldn't make any guarantees on the pizza itself. That's what I could do, though. I could dress up as a pizza delivery guy and just get a pizza. And if I'm going to a party, just carry the box of pizza around all night. That way nobody would judge me. They would think okay, this is just a prop, right? He's dressed up as a pizza delivery guy, and this is, just a prop. But little do they know, I actually have a pizza in the box. So I got a snack all night, right? I got pizza I can snack on all night long. I can't believe I haven't thought of that before. If I dress up again, I'm definitely going as a pizza delivery guy. And I'm getting a pizza, maybe 2. Ooh, I could get the little red bag they carry around, and I could put like 5 of them suckers in there. Of course, I'm not going to eat all 5, in one night. I might share it then if I have 5, but I could put at least, maybe a couple in there, and then I could just snack on pizza all night. Pizza and candy. Woo! Living the dream. That'd be cool. Apparently I got a lot of graphs here. Oh yeah, I could be a Pizza Planet guy. Pizza Planet. I'd need a Pizza Planet box though, so I don't know. That would be a little harder. I could probably take a generic pizza box and like put a Pizza Planet sticker or print out on it or something, I guess. Yeah, I couldn't be a Grubhub or what is it, DoorDash, or is it Grubhub the other one? I could never do that because a lot of the orders would not get to their destinations. So here's the yield just on the crops themselves. This is not chaff. This is the crops themselves, like if you actually harvest them. Wheat is 9,800. Barley's 10,005. Canola is lower at 6,000. I'm just going to say 6,300. Corn is 9,200. Sunflowers is 5,600. Soybeans is 4,900. So soybeans is the lowest yielding crop, which we already knew that. Potatoes and sugar beets are the highest yielding crops. Potatoes is, and this is liters per hectare again. Potatoes is, I'm going to say 50,000 because it's like 49.9. So 50,000 liters per hectare on potatoes, and then 62,500 on sugar beets. So potatoes and sugar beets are your higher yielding crops, and they may be your highest yielding crops. But again, it may be a higher yielding crop, but it's not. It's more work for less money. We'll put it that way. Soybeans, even though it's the lowest yielding crop, is still the best cash crop. I mean, I think we've settled that argument. Because you'd have less to haul, but more bang for your buck. You get a higher payout for beans, because there's money in beans. We all know that. That's the saying. There's even an emote out there floating around, money and beans. you ever watch Puma Plow, it came from his channel. Twitch.tv/Puma Plow. Money and beans. It's no secret. Everybody knows. There's money in beans. So I'm curious about your name. Is that in reference, is that a Bible reference? Or is that is maybe something else? What is that? I see a heart. Looks like a heart. Okay, it is a Bible. Okay. So Acts 17:11. Okay. You know what? I gotta Google it. Okay. Cool beans. I don't know if you guys can hear that tractor out back there mowing down the sorghum stalks back there out back now. I hope they put it back in corn. I'm gonna assume they'll probably do soybeans next year again, but sounds like they're mowing them down and probably getting ready to come and till it up. I love it when they do corn out back. Alright, knocking this field out. We're getting there. We're really doing it, Harry. I don't know if I'm going to keep that straight. What I'm going to probably do, I don't know. I may leave that, and I don't know. And I may curve that in more. Maybe just a subtle curve or just a longer curve into that. What tractor are they using? You know what? It helps to put down my cultivator while I'm doing this. It's a John Deere with a red and white mower. So I don't know what the mower is, but it's definitely a John Deere. It's an older model, probably like a, looks like maybe a 30 series. Hello. Bigfoot movie? We're really doing it, Harry? Oh no, that's not off Harry and the Hendersons. No. No, that's off of Dumb and Dumber. I do a lot of Dumb and Dumber references. Dumb and Dumber, and then when it gets around Christmas time, I'll probably do a lot of Christmas Vacation references. Sometimes I'll do some Goonie references. I'll do some Forrest Gump references. Don't get me started on shrimp. I don't know. I kind of spread it out. Sometimes it'll be different movies. Sometimes it'll be TV shows. Back to the Future. I wish I could do more Back to the Future. Like this is heavy, Doc, or Great Scott. Oh no, he wasn't talking. Wait a minute. Were you talking about this tractor? No, he wasn't talking about this tractor there, Zeno. He's talking about. I think he's talking about the tractor that's IRL here, mowing down the sorghum stalks. I don't think he's talking about this one. Yeah, no, this is the 9R. This is the 9620. But the tractor out back that's mowing down the stalks, I think it's a 30 series. It looks like a 30 series. Yeah, the one behind the house, yeah. It's just a little, and it's just a little like 30 series tractor, and it's got a little flail mower out to the. It's one of those that, it's out to the side of it. He's just making rounds on the field. He's over on the other side now. I'll hear it when he comes back around. It was louder earlier because he started on the outside and he's working his way in, looks like. Dumb and Dumber 2. I saw it. I've only seen Dumb and Dumber 2 once. I need to go back and watch it again. I've seen the first Dumb and Dumber a lot of times, but Dumb and Dumber 2, it was okay. I mean, it's really hard to accept's not the right word. It's really hard to say, yeah, it was great when you have such high expectations after seeing the original with a lot of movies. There's a few exceptions to that, and it goes back to, the originals versus sequels. Like Terminator 1, great movie. Terminator 2, better than the original, better than the first one. Ghostbusters, the first one was probably the best, but the second one was great as well. But then you look at movies like Halloween, what they've done, recently. You had the original Halloween and the original Halloween 2, and then they did the 3 new ones here in the past few years, and the most recent one, I'm told, was just horrible. Halloween Ends, I think it is. So, I didn't put it down. Go back. Twitchy, I think most of it is. I think most of it is. Well, I take that back. I think a big chunk of it is from stuff we sold this winter. So what did we sell this winter? We sold wood chips. We had a lot of wood chips. We sold those. We did sell silage. I'll tell you, I'll tell you where a big chunk of that came from, Twitchy. A big chunk of that, I think, came from the cotton sales. I don't think we've spent anything since then. Do a save real quick. Yeah, normally it saves when I go to that thing. I'll do a manual save. Old man's going to attempt to load in. Okay. Did he get it working? $1 million's old man's money? Yeah. Hopefully he got it working. He's probably got to download a few mods. I added, the pumpkin stuff, and I added, yep. Oh wow, I can't talk. I added some more mods that we're not quite ready to show off. Maybe we'll show those off maybe this weekend. But some of them were from the mod hub, and some of them were not. Some of them I had to put in the old Google Drive. Oh, there he goes. He's not close. I mean, he's closer to the house. This is the closest he'll be to the house, but he's not like on the edge of the field anymore. He's out there in it, but he's on this side of the field now. So I don't know. You guys might hear the mower going around. Well, we'll see if old man can make it in. I'm waiting to see the little text on the side over there. Like I said, he's probably got to download some stuff. But if he got his game working, that's good. Did he get it working? If he did, how did he do it? Let the people know. I got to remember to take some cheese to work tomorrow. Hey Siri. Remind me at 5 a.m. to take cheese to work.
Okay. Your reminder is set for tomorrow 5 a.m.
Yay. I got to take some cheese to work. I sound like Urkel. Got any cheese? Did I do that? I wish they would bring that back. I wish Jaleel White would agree to do not Family Matters. Family Matters was its own show in its day, but I know he's probably tired of being the Urkel character, but he is Urkel. They could bring back a show and just call it Urkel. It would be nice. They could bring back a lot of shows. There were a lot of great shows back in the day. Don't remake them though. It needs to be a continuation of what they were. Don't remake them. Because they tried to remake, did you guys see they tried to remake Walker, Texas Ranger, and it failed miserably? You can't remake Walker. You can bring him back and maybe do another show. But, you know, old Chuck's getting up there, though. How old is Chuck Norris? He's getting up there. Hey, Siri. How old is Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris is 82 years old.
Oh, my gosh. Chuck Norris is 82? Wow. Wow. Dude, he's like a member of AARP. I bet he can't do that spin kick anymore. Wow. Can't believe that. 82 years old. Yeah, if he done the spin kick, he'd probably break a hip. He may have already broke a hip. He may have a hip replacement. All of that stuff that he did back in the day, you know, all those martial arts and stuff, you know. He's probably got some knee replacements or hip replacements or something. Matthew, we play on PC. I'm using an Xbox controller, but I'm on PC because PC, you know, you can have a lot more and do a lot more. For example, the map here. This is a 4X map of Elm Creek. So much bigger. You can see this is Stevie's edit of Elm Creek in the center here, but you can see where all the blue signs are there, all the blue labels. That's the original size of the original Elm Creek, and then he went back and made it a 4X, so we have a lot of larger fields on the outside, bigger forest area, etc. In the eyes of the ranger, the unsuspected stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you. 'Cause that's where the ranger's gonna be. That was a great show back in the day. We had our nights for shows, you know. It wasn't all this on-demand stuff when you can watch it whenever you want to. Don't get me wrong, that's nice. I like that. But if you wanted to watch a show, you had to, like, be there. You had to fit it into your schedule, you know. Saturday nights, growing up through the years, I remember early on Saturday nights, we would watch, we had some main shows that we would watch. We would watch Dukes of Hazzard, Hee Haw, Unsolved Mysteries, Rescue 911. Cops was a favorite. Cops ran for a long time. And then getting on into the 90s, we would watch, Hee Haw. Hee Haw was a good one. Getting into the 90s, we would watch Walker, Texas Ranger. And, we had to watch Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, because, parents liked that one. It was a good show. It wasn't that bad. It was, yeah, there were some, episodes where it was based on, the romance, blah, blah, blah. But there were some good ones where, the army came in and did a lot of cool stuff, or, somebody got trapped in a mine or something like that. It was a good show. I need to go do this again. I'm going to back up and get that. Should have took these when I took those passes down there. And I did not. But yeah, I remember watching, Unsolved Mysteries. That scared. I mean, I was a kid then, so that was scary. Just the guy's voice, Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries. I can't do it. I can't make it as scary as he was. Little Timmy's trapped in a well, yeah. And then Walker, and all that. That was a Saturday night lineup until the almost mid 90s, I guess. Maybe 93, 94, 95, somewhere in there. I switched to Nickelodeon. And I would watch Snick. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Old man might. I'm sure there's some people here that are probably about my age. Snick was Saturday night Nickelodeon, so you had like All That, Secret World of Alex Mack, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Roundhouse was there, but then I think All That kind of replaced Roundhouse. Clarissa was on there, kid shows, more kid-oriented stuff. Yeah, now that was Friday night. So Friday night had a different lineup. Friday night that was TGIF. That was TGIF. They had some great shows. Early on, it was like Growing Pains and stuff. Perfect Strangers. But eventually it became Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step, Boy Meets World, Dinosaurs. A lot of people don't remember Dinosaurs. And then I think actually Melissa Joan Hart that did Clarissa, she did, what was it, Sabrina? Yeah. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I think is what it was. Yeah, Dinosaurs, not the mama. That was a popular show when it came out, but it only lasted for 4 years. It was so popular when it came out, people lost interest in it. It was very strange. Wait a minute. I can do a long. I won't do a long pass on this. It was really strange. It was popular for like the first and second season, but then everything just dropped off in the third season, and then they made a fourth season, and that was the final season. So, but it was really popular. It was so popular, if a show or a movie made it into the McDonald's Happy Meal as a toy, you knew it was popular. I can remember so much stuff coming in the McDonald's Happy Meals. I remember they had Batman when what was it? Batman Returns came out. They had Batman toys. A lot of the Disney films, that's why Disney was so popular. I think they had a lot of the Disney toys that came out in the Happy Meals. And then they had some Warner Brothers stuff too. They had Bugs Bunny and Animaniacs and all that stuff. The Looney Tunes, that's it. Not just Bugs Bunny, but the Looney Tunes. Yeah, I don't think old man got it fixed. Sad times. And I'm sorry, guys. I've got kind of this weather's got my head all messed up. I've got like a little head cold too, so you're going to hear a lot. And you're going to hear... Yeah, I'm surprised you hadn't heard me sneeze. I try to hit the button when I sneeze or cough, but with the weather the way it is, going from 82 to 28 degrees to 40, 50, 60, 70 degrees, all within 1 week span. It's just murder on the old sinuses. Yeah, those were the days. Good shows. We appreciated it more. We would have dinner on Friday night. Sometimes we'd have pizza, and then every time we got ready, because TGIF the block started at 7. We would eat, and then the block would start at 7, and we always would pop popcorn, and sit down and watch TGIF. That was Friday night. As kids, we didn't have a ton of money, so we didn't go out a lot. We didn't, we really didn't go to the movies a lot. Most of the time we would wait and rent the movie from the video rental store. The VHS, for those who know, remember what that was. But yeah, TGIF was Friday night. And then Saturday morning, big breakfast, eggs, bacon, sausages, the works. And you had all the Saturday morning stuff, which... They don't have the Saturday morning stuff really anymore. They really don't. They had great stuff back then. Back in the 80s and early 90s. Some of it got weird. And, yeah, it's not the same as it was. Maybe I grew up. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you have to be a kid to really get it. But I remember Saturday mornings, they had, the new Land of the Lost. Not the old one, but the new one. We would watch that. Had a lot of really good ABC stuff, like Bump in the Night, Reboot, stuff like that. And then the same... ABC was a popular one. I would switch it over to Fox, because on Fox they would have Goosebumps over there and stuff like that. I think they had Goosebumps, and I'd watch a Power Ranger here and there. I wasn't really a huge Power Ranger person, but Goosebumps I really liked. Goosebumps was a lot like Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I really liked Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was good. But then on that same channel on ABC, they would have a Saturday morning special block, which was an hour long. And they would have little movies that had been cut into 2 halves. So one Saturday you'd get part 1 of the movie, and then the next Saturday you'd get part 2 of the movie. And I don't remember a ton of them, but I do remember some, like the Mouse and the Motorcycle, Most of the time they were movies that were I guess maybe made off of books, because that was a book. So... Be glad I can mute the microphone so you don't hear me cough. There he goes again. He's making progress. I don't know how late he'll mow. It's almost, it's after 5:30 now. So yeah, I'm making money I'm plowing this field up, but every hour I'm making money. So 11 o'clock just went by not too long ago. I was at 1.9 million. Now I'm over 2 million. So we're making about 40,000 an hour. So every time the clock rolls over past another hour, we're making money. We're selling electricity and methane and all that. Oh yeah, I watched Alf. Alf was a good show too. I don't like the way they ended a lot of those 80s shows. I think the series makers, like the directors, really kind of held a grudge against the networks for canceling them. So they ended them really weird. They ended Alf really weird. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the finale of Alf, but the U.S. government captures him. Yeah, he doesn't make it back home. He doesn't get back to Melmac. The government captures him and takes him. I mean, that's pretty much the end of it. Or Quantum Leap. Does anybody remember Quantum Leap? Not the new one. You know, they've got a new one, and I think the new one's actually already been canceled because nobody's watching it. Nobody. If Scott Beluga's not in it, they're not watching it. But the original Quantum Leap, that's a show that I would support them bringing back from the original series, not the remake. This is another example of, okay, you tried to remake and it failed miserably. You can't remake an OG original show. Okay? You can't do it. And if they would bring back Scott Beluga, I may be butchering his name, the original guy that played Sam back in the 80s, I think they would have a show. But the way they ended the original series, the last episode was kind of strange. But the way they ended it, Bakula, maybe I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, I think I said Beluga. Bakula, I can't say. I'm probably still butchering it, trust me. They ended the original series with a line of text. And the line of text said, what was his character's name? Dr. Sam Beckett, I think was his name. Bakula, maybe? I don't know. Dr. Sam Beckett. The line of text read something to the effect of, Dr. Sam Beckett never leaped home. And that was kind of just depressing, really, because that was his goal throughout the entire series. And I'm trying to remember how many seasons there were of Quantum Leap. I think there were maybe 6 or 7, 5, 6 or 7, something like that. But that was his goal. He was always hoping that every time he leaped, it would be his leap home, because he wanted to go home. And just to have that text that said Dr. Sam Beckett never leaped home. He never got to go home. That's sad. He never leaped home? They need to bring that series back, and he needs to go home. There's no place like home. I'd run in there and give him some ruby slippers so he could click his heels 3 times so he could go home. But yeah, some of the series, I don't like the way they ended them. And a lot of them did that. A lot of them held a grudge against the networks. You look at a show like Roseanne. They ended that with 9 seasons. And the last episode, it turns out that Dan actually did die of a heart attack. All the kids left Lanford, and Roseanne is sitting in the house by herself. She never won the lottery or anything like that. Of course, they came out with season 10, and season 10 is hard to find because, they have pretty much cancel cultured it. And then they came out with the Connors, which I don't watch the Connors. I mean, it's Roseanne to me. I grew up watching the original Roseanne, and really the first seasons, I'll say, is probably the best seasons. The ones that I really like of Roseanne. I watched some of the later ones, but I'm not a big thing like that. Another series that they ended wrong was Seventh Heaven. That they leave. He quits his job and everything, and they leave the town. They leave the house. The the church, the house, and all that. It's weird how it ended. But I would imagine, there's other series, and I'm trying to remember the ending to some of the other series. Some of them were okay. I mean, ER. I watched ER from season 1 to the end of season 14, which was the last season. I think they did a pretty good job on that with what they had. Another one that was kind of strange, maybe, I'm thinking Lost. But Lost was kind of strange in itself. I'll say about Lost, if you don't watch Lost from the beginning, you're going to be lost. That's one show. If you watch Lost from the first episode and you watch them in order and don't miss any, then you'll be lost for the first maybe 2 seasons. But after that, stuff starts coming together and you'll get a little less lost until the last episode. So, but you gotta watch them in order. If you miss one, you're really gonna be lost because there's key details in pretty much every episode. But Lost was a good show. But yeah, the other shows like Home Improvement was a fantastic show. Those were good shows back then because they focused on something more important, more pure, and it was about morals. I mean, if you remember Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman Taylor, yeah, he was, it was funny because, he would blow stuff up and, break things and glue his head to tables and stuff like that. And, he always had more power. He would soup stuff up with more power. That was always a disaster, but it was funny. But the key goal point of the show was, and I don't know, mainly the people that watch the show will know what I'm talking about. Every episode, Tim, he messes up or something happens, somebody messes up. They always go to Wilson. Wilson is the neighbor. And they go to Wilson and get advice. And, it's always about, how to fix things or, you've got an issue or a problem, he was like a counselor, I wish I had a Wilson. I got a fence back there, but I don't think my neighbor would be a Wilson. I really don't. I don't think so. Hello, welcome in. Maybe I could be the Wilson. Get a one of the little round fishing hats and be like, "Hi ho, neighbor." That's what he would say every time. Hi ho, neighbor. You like the extractors? What are the extractors? Is that the baler? Are you talking about the wrapper? I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. Talking about this extractors? These extractors? The wrappers? Alright, the man. Have fun with the lady friend. Ooh. Yep, have fun. Oh, I've never heard these called extractors. It's great. It has the horsepower to pull this. Oh, you're talking 9RX, 8RX. Okay. Yeah, usually when they bend in the middle, we call them, they're articulated tractors or... Yeah, I like those tractors. I think the X is for tracks, though, for John Deere. Like, you got the, let's see, large tractors here. Yeah, you got the 8RX, which is a track tractor. You have the T tractors, which is for tracks, but you have the newer models, which is the X there, the 8RX, and then this 9RX somewhere up here. There it is, yeah. The T is for the 2 tracks. But the X is for the... yeah, articulated as if it like bends in the middle like this one. I mean, it's not bad. Like I said, it's got the horsepower to pull this ground engaging equipment that I'm operating right now. So, and I drive with a controller, so I can turn smoothly. I would imagine these on a keyboard would probably be a little frustrating. But yeah, I drive with a controller, and I can just do fluid inputs on the stick. Plus, I have GPS because I'm on PC, so it's not too bad. Put some what? Farming simulator on top. Yeah, we got the GPS on there. Guidance steering, GPS, same thing. Titan tire LSWs. I don't think we can put Titan tires on this one. Never even heard of that. Titan LSWs. Now, this tractor, this is one of the in-game ones. There it is. See, tires, we can put Trelleborg, we can put Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vader, Stein, and then back to Trelleborg again. Oh, they have it on the Big Bud? Yeah, we have the Big Buds in here. Let's see. There they are. We can't even change the brand on the... This is the Giants made one, so... This is from the game author. We can change it to twin wheels. I don't know what the brand is on those, but... Are those Titans? Okay. It's hard to see the brand name on them. No, this is not a public server. We are we're part of the Puma Plow community, and we have to get to know you and make sure you're cool. I'm almost done. I've got a few more passes, but I'll be done here before too long. Do another save here real quick. You can see all the expansions we've done. We've expanded all of these fields pretty much in this northern corridor here. And then we did this one down here. So, did a few little expansions in here in between. Really looking at 8 and 9 down there because it's got corn and cotton in it. So, but right now we're focused on getting 29. We really want 29. 29 has got soybeans in it. It's one of the fields that we want to do corn in for corn chaff for the biogas plant operation. This is a massive biogas plant operation we got going on up here. And it's making us money. I mean, it's making us $40,000 an hour. So we want to invest in that and keep that going. So we'll do the soybeans this year in it, and then we'll expand that field and probably do corn in it. Because we're going to do corn in 30 and 29 for corn chaff, exclusively for corn chaff. And then we'll do dry corn elsewhere. I think that's going to be the goal. Where are you from? I am from the deep south of the United States. I'm from the south. The deep south. A few get that reference. A few will not. And yes, that's where I got it from. I'm from the south. The deep south. Get in the flask. Oh no. Sad news to share, guys. Oh wait. Never mind. So that's Alright, you guys might see some reports out there that Jerry Lee Lewis has died. He's not dead. It's false. It's fake news, okay? Trust me, it's fake news. You are fake news, okay? We're gonna build a wall. It's fake news. That's fake news. Jerry Lee Lewis is not dead. So and that's from Fox. That's from Fox Sports Radio. They're reporting that Jerry Lee Lewis has died. He's not dead. He is alive, according to TMZ. And TMZ should know. I mean, they're the people that usually report that stuff first. The rumor that he's dead seems to be spreading like wildfire, though. But he ain't dead. He's alive. Great balls of fire. If I'm from the deep south, people living on the Canadian border are from the shallow north. Nah, I don't know about that. That doesn't... John, back in the day, they used to call... I guess anything maybe north of them, they used to call it the Great White North. Because, it's cold and it's always snowy, I guess. We'll call it the Great North. How about that? Hey, look, I left a tree on the ground over there. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Something, go insane. You broke my wheel. Oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. One of the great songs of all time. Great Balls of Fire. They sung it in Top Gun, by the way. But yeah, a lot of pages are saying like R.I.P. Jerry Lee Lewis. He's not dead, guys. He's alive. So this was patch 1.8.1. Platinum ready. The new Top Gun was good, by the way. I haven't seen it yet. That's another. I've got a ton of new movies that I've got to see. Top Gun is on that list. The new Terminator movie is on that list. The new Ghostbusters movie. The last of the Skywalker Star Wars movies is on that list. All the Jurassic Worlds. I haven't seen any of the Jurassic Worlds, so I've got a ton of movies that I've got to catch up on. I used to be a movie buff too. I mean, that's what I did. I would watch all the new movies, and I could quote stuff and tell you stuff, and now it's, I don't do a whole lot of that anymore. Yep. But anyway, guys, we're getting right at 2 hours here, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to finish plowing this field up, and hopefully we can get old man in here by Saturday. Hopefully he can get his computer working. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it, get this done. I'm going to try to get the grass seeded. I've got to seed the grass. I got to roll it, maybe fertilize it. I don't know. But I'm going to try to get it ready to go so that hopefully we can have another 2 rounds on it this year and get a higher yield grass out of this field. So, all right, gonna work on this. I may go ahead and get into planting if I get that done and get our crops in the ground. But we'll probably be doing a lot of that Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time right here. So don't miss that. Don't miss John's streams as well. He streams at noon on Thursday and 6 p.m. or well, it might be 4 p.m. on Fridays now. Twitch.tv/PumaPlow. He's playing this map as well, and then he plays some other stuff. So check him out. You guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you Saturday morning. Until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We will see y'all later. Have a good night.